Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. We are currently in the 60th anniversary year of From Russia with Love. You may know that because of a lot of advertisements. You may know that because I did a video on rewatching the movie, sort of falling in love with it all over again. What an amazing film. Not just a Bond film, but just a great film of espionage and intrigue, adventure, excitement. It set the pattern for what Sean Connery films could and would be. A part of that is it also sent the spy craze movie into the stratosphere. And because of that, we want to talk about this box that's sitting here, because I'm hard pressed to think of a lot of different ways that we're celebrating From Russia with Love this year. And it's a bit disappointing, but also not a lot of merchandise, specifically to From Russia with Love. And here's the thing, we had Octopussy, we've got a couple things from Live and Let Die, but this may be the only piece from Russia with Love, but it also could be the best piece. And I haven't opened it. You can see this is an unopened box here, but let me explain what this is. This is a reissue of the 1965 Spy Attaché Case, the James Bond one, the one that was inspired by the one that Q gives. Every kid in the 60s wanted this case. Heck, I was born in 1968, and at some point in my life, I remember seeing this case, probably a little bit later in life, and coveting it and wanting it. But until American Classic Toys, which is a company that reissues these wonderful toys, these nostalgic moments from our past, took the molds, the original molds from 1965, and rebuilt one for today, a little bit tweaked. We're going to talk about that. It was impossible. You were going to pay a ridiculous amount of money for one of these from 1965. And if you wanted it in good condition in the box, forget about it. So let's see what we got here. What's in the box? Come on, 2 minutes in, David. Open this thing. By the way, I've had this for a little bit, and I've been dying to open it. Oh, okay, so right away. Now I'm gonna try to do this uncut. I'm going to do this unboxing as if you were in my collection room. I poured you a martini. I hope it's good. Is it cold? Is it the way you like it? Too bad. Drink it. And you're just watching me do this. So here we go. We've got the bubble wrap. That's all that's in the box. So I'm gonna gently put the box down. I'm going to take the bubble wrap off, and then boom! I mean, it just happens right away. You have the attaché case. Now this is another protective box around it. It says James Bond Secret Agent 007 Attaché Case trademark. You've got the James Bond Secret Agent Attaché Case here. There's the American Classic Toys moniker. It says, warning, this is not intended to be a toy for children. Thank you for that. It's an adult collectible. All right. Well, let's take that theme and move it forward. So I'm going to gently, by the way, the handle. I haven't even taken the wrapping off, but we've got to talk about the handle. Look at the handle. The handle is like, I think it's a leather. It might be leatherette, but I think it is a leather. It's very smooth to the touch, very comfortable, like you would have an adult, not a toy, attaché case. But I'm going to carefully remove the packaging because I want to keep the packaging. And then we're going to break this down here because, again, I think this just might be, that actually I am going to put down very gently. Wow. Okay, here it is. This is really cool because, again, I've seen these. I've seen these in collectors' hands growing up. FOMO. I've been green with envy, and here it is in my hand. Got a good weight to it, not overtly light. You can see the dimension. It almost looks like a Samsonite. But right away, let's take a look at the outside. First of all, you've got the gold latches that you see in the movie. You've got the wonderful, there's no secret from bad baddies. They're going to know you're 007. There's a 007 on the outside. You've got some, looks like some very nice hinges and a little sneak peek at what's on the inside there. I think that's the inside flocking. But let's open this. Now I wonder if I've got to like turn this a certain way to open this. I don't know. Again, I'm going to put this on the table because I'm doing this in front of you for the first time. Now, it says actually here, north, east, west, south. I really, oh, here we go. Here we go. I got one of them open. Oh, I got the other one open. Okay, so you obviously have to turn them like in the movie. So far, so good. I'm having a fun time with this experience, and we're going to open it up. I'm going to put the 007 on the top, and boom, there we go. Okay, so right away, I'm seeing paperwork, and so are you. So we've got an envelope with some paperwork. We're going to take a look at that first. I know, you're like, David, I want to see what's in the case. You don't think I do or don't? I do. But let's take a look what's in here. First of all, I'm going to be gentle with this because this is a collector's piece. This is north of $600. Not a toy, just like it says on the sticker. This is not a toy. I don't know many children that could afford a $600 collectible, nor a parent that would give a child a $600 attaché case to run around the house and play James Bond. So here we go. We've got a wonderful full color brochure. It's got the original artwork and ads from the movie. American classic information. Oh, probably should read this before I do the video. But that's not how we roll here, right? We just go by the seat of our pants. This is all the different components in here. So we've got a rugged leather grain plastic case, looks innocent enough, but opened by an enemy agent. It delivers quite a few surprises, huh? To open the case, each lock dial features a finely engraved dagger compass. To open the case, set the dial as follows. Oh, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you opening my case, but there is like a secret code, which is really cool. And then I can redo it as well, and I can personalize the lock. I like that. I don't know if the original one did that. It's got, okay. It's got a dagger in it. It's got a Codematic machine. Now take a look at that. We're going to take a look at that. Codematic. So communicate with other 007 undercover agents with the Codematic. Sounds official. Sounds very Q branch. It contains 4 different code systems and writing paper to record those for your eyes only notes. And then you literally can do a code by setting the dial. We're going to do that. It's got a secret agent passport. It's got gold coins, just like in the movie From Russia with Love, 50 simulated gold coins. Now that is a change. So the original one did not have gold coins, it had bullets, all right? And then it's got the 007 Secret Agent camera. Now the camera was a toy in the 60s sold separately. This had a gun in it, it just did. So it's multifunctional, it's a spy gadget, it's got pictures from the film, you've got a Secret Agent code book, and you've got a secret agent pen that writes in invisible ink. So we're going to put this down gently. We've got a certificate of authenticity here, as you can see. And I believe it's numbered. And here's the really cool thing. I have number 30. You're like, what does that mean, David? Well, it's a very special number to me. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but the owner and founder of American this company that does this, American Collector's Toy, he actually chose the number for me based on this very significant number. So I really appreciate that. That was very cool. American Classic Toy. My apologies, mispronouncing. And then you've got this wonderful image. So there's a lot of extra things that come with it. I think that's kind of some nice value. So let's take a look at what's in here. So I'm going to bring it nice and close. First of all, I'm immediately noticing that there is a flocking. That's different. I think there was like a light blue plastic on the older one. This is a really nice velvety touch flocking, just like you would see in the film with the Swain Adney one that they have. This was on top, and I believe this goes into the camera, so you could see actual images from the film, which is quite nice. By the way, it's got the old logo, the former logo on it, which is great. And then you have all the pieces. So the first thing I'll take out, because I want to do this one at a time. I really want to check this out. The gold coins. Okay. So I do have a gold sovereign in my collection over there. This doesn't look like a gold sovereign, but it's supposed to be a toy. So, I mean, it's probably a replica of the original ones that they had back in 1965. At least I'm hoping that they are. And you can see that you've got 50 of them. You've got quite a few, just like in the movie. They come in this sort of plastic that falls out. Again, I'm not stopping this. This is like one of these reviews that's real. It did fall out, but I'm sure it wouldn't fall out in here because the plastic sits on top of the coins. Well, let's take a look at the Code-O-Matic. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of things in here. So the Code-O-Matic is right here. And this, I actually have an original Code-O-Matic in my collection. I do. Don't know the attaché case, but it looks very similar to this, except this is obviously brand spanking new. And what you do is you turn it like this and you can set up different codes and then write secret notes to people. Love this. Love the little pad with the 007. Again, there's no secrets from the agent, secret baddies and spies. I think this is kind of new. This passport, it says 007 on it. And then on the inside, you have these cards. Now, these cards are just like the original. It was a James Bond card. It says Universal Import and Export. Has the different places in London where he's from. And then you've got, oh my God, that's cool. So this is a passport, and it actually has vaccines on the back, and it says COVID. So I would say if it says COVID on a new international passport, chances are it's been updated. It says yellow fever, typhus, malaria, typhoid, tetanus, but now it says COVID. I think that's kind of a fun and funny little nod to the fact that this has been updated for, now and not just for yesteryear. It has some play money in it as well, because when James Bond travels, he's got to live the life of a playboy. I mean, he's got to do that, right? So we're going to put the passport back under the Code-O-Matic, and then we're going to take out the code book. All right, so this is, again, it's a hard plastic, and oh boy, I'm so afraid I'm going to break these things, especially for $600. I'm like a little nervous, but okay, it just pulls up gently. So there we go. Now this pen that I'm showing right here, so it is an ultraviolet light. Oh, there it goes. There you can see it on camera pretty well. So what you do is you write in your pen. So let me do that. Hold on a second. Okay, so you can't see it until I do this, and I still can't see it. Hold on. Maybe it takes a little second or two. There we go. The second one I can see it. So you can't see it on film, but it does stand out. It kind of glows, if you will, which is quite cool. So you need ultraviolet light or somebody else with one of these pens to see it, but it's kind of a fun feature, and again, harkens back to a little bit of that 1960s vibe of yesteryear. I mean, it feels even like something from the past. All right, so now we've got kind of the pièce de la résistance. How's my French? And here it is. So this is the Bond X automatic. This is in place of a gun. And I can look through here. I don't even know if this opens or not. Does it need batteries? Oh, it comes apart. Okay, that's very cool. And yes, it opens like this. And it doesn't look like it needs batteries. But I do believe that the old one may have fired bullets. And if this is from the original mold, that could have been where the bullets were before. But now, since this doesn't fire bullets anymore, what you do get is, it's almost like a Viewmaster, if you will. So you could take out your handy dandy images, and I think you can just put them in here and hold it up to the light. Let's see. Again, I'm doing this real time. There's been no rehearsals whatsoever. Oh, there you go. You've got stuff from the film. You've got images from the film. I wouldn't say it's high res through here at all, but it's fun. It's supposed to be a little bit kind of fun and whimsical, and etc. And by the way, we do actually get a weapon. Shock. There's a knife, and of course, this is the knife. Let's see if I could do this without destroying anything, David. Let's see if I can lock this. But the knife itself, I believe, goes into the side. Ah, yes, right here. I bet you it's right here. Yep. So you can see how it goes into the case. Will it pop out? I think it just pulls out. But you can see how it, like a little bit of the gold shows, and then you can whip out the knife. I think that's just like the original. I think you had the knife little action in here. All right, so I just did a quick, I mean super quick run through of the case itself. And let's talk about it a little bit because it's worth talking about. Now, I have to tell you something. When I first saw this come out, will it stay? It won't. What are you trying, David? When I first saw this come out, I was excited. I saw the price. I didn't get it right away. I had an opportunity to talk, like I said, to the president, the owner of the company that made these. And I've got to tell you, after hearing about his journey, and we're going to have him on a future video because he's a super interesting guy, very nice gentleman, loves the toy industry, loves James Bond, wants to do more of these type of things. So we're going to have him on in future videos. But one of the things he told me was the tweaks and changes to this case, whether it was making it a little bit more sumptuous with the leather, with the higher flocking, etc., but especially the gun and the bullets. Barbara Broccoli herself, he said, nope, I know you want to replicate this, I know you have the molds, but no gun, no bullets. So even though this has a warning that it's not for kids, even though this is for the collector's market, they said no gun because it looks like a toy. So I can understand why they did the replacement of it. To me, I would have been happier with the original. I mean, Hasbro, if you look at Hasbro Pulse, they have been bringing back all the nostalgic vintage toys from the 70s and 80s, the figures, so many of the things, and they really don't deviate from the originals. And people love that because what it does is it captures that moment. And I know that there's something to say about, well, why would you replicate the exact same thing and ruin the collector's market? But you could have so many different changes. You could have kept the same case, but still have the gun and the bullets. I think the camera action sort of made people take a look at this in the Bond community and go, I think it falls a little short. And then when you're thinking to yourself, is it worth north of $600? Maybe if it was dead on and it was something that you wanted to capture, I think this would be a wonderful gift, I think, to yourself or asking for others, etc., because it would be a representation of that 1965 moment. This is a historical toy. So in a way, you're kind of tweaking it, but I also understand that Barbara Broccoli and the people at Danjak, Eon, they don't want to promote violence, but that was of the original ilk. So choice understandable, but for me, just for me, my opinion as a collector, I would have loved if it had the gun and the bullets. It would have elevated my review. It would have elevated my review. So I give this a good review, but I think I would have given it a great review. Now I've got to show you something with this company though that's highly interesting. I have a lot of heart for American Classic Toy, this company, because they are also the same people that resuscitated one of my favorite toys as a kid, the Evel Knievel stunt cycle. And again, I had one of these as a kid. I remember seeing somebody on the schoolyard playing with it, and I ran home, and I remember the commercials. I just fell in love with it, and they reissued it, box and all. They sent me one when I told them the story of how much I was a fan of this growing up. And yes, 55-year-old me has been playing with this on the driveway ad nauseum, building ramps, having fun. So this same company also sells these. So I can't ding them. I'm sorry. even for the changes with the case and things like that. This is an amazing company. I want to see what they're doing next. So here's what we're going to do. This is a fun collectible from Russia with Love. Does have a little ode to it in its 60th year, so I'm grateful of that. This is a ridiculously amazing collectible from a nostalgic standpoint. But we are going to do the video with the owner of this company. I am dying to find out, what are they doing next? What pieces of our childhood are they going to, clear, poof, resuscitate, and offer to us? And what Bond things might be on the horizon? You'll have to wait for that video. In the meantime, I'll let you go because, you know something? This guy's got to jump over a bunch of barrels. Yeah. Maybe a couple trucks, maybe an airplane or two, but he's going to jump and he's just going to be okay because it's Evel Knievel after all. Oh, anyway, this has been David Zritzi for the Bond Experience. We'll see you all real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.